Auto insurance all seems the same until you need it. With USAA, you can file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance right in the app. Scan for a quote or take your chances.
Hi everybody, can somebody in the chat let me know if you can hear the music I'm playing right now and if it sounds okay? Okay, that's good. It means I'll be able to play the mantras later, so that's good. Settle in and find your comfortable position. Hope everybody got the news that we were virtual today. I'd hate to see someone going to the Rime Center on a day like this. It's pretty bad out there.
Marilo be sem chendem be hua de chen ko son tu ki chulwa te chulkun so ki do je la so wan de ho jina pa ma joni la so wan de li chin ja bo anda bo te ye jam so chen bo long ni nye te shan ta pi shan to ja ro nga so za ja te chu ji tem ji de la ko Jarbo toro cho chan la solwa ande orjin pama joni la solwa ande polo cho serwa tsaki tu chu tu jatil fani tu yu cho panza tananga ni jotul gompa ye mamon kado tam che ho tu tu kan toro che ta la solwa ande orjin pama joni la solwa ande Shangji tu zhu gen de zhou ban zai ye king kan zhuo nam ji xin ji lao do jie pa mu yan tong nu zhu tu nam ki za qian tam jie zhuan tu guo do jie de bo za la su wan de jie pa ma zhong ni la su wan de zhang ma xia jiong ca ji ge zeng tu lo huan zha ba di xiang er xiong Nam ju yo ki chu la yo ban de yo ki la zo nam ji ja zu pi ka cha sang gi ko la so wan de o ji la pa ma ju ni la so wan de ja ge yo ki chu ji mi chen to ring zen to to ma bu xiang a xian yo ga nam su mo chu la yo ban zan chan yi ju yi chu ji zhong do jet Ki pa lo de cho te la so wa de yin pa ma jo ni la so wa de cho bu ma ra de ki ke zang tu che me ce yi ring ze de bi ze go mo ze ho me ji pin ji la chen che me ba do ji lu so je che me pe ma jo ni la so wa de yin pa ma jo ni la so wa de Zahogyang Kamando to Shapi, Maring Tobi, Samchen Chula, Yamzamato, Choi Zung Tan, Yankam Tam, Che, Chuji Kawaran, that Pama Sambi, Kula Soa, and Pama Jonila Soa, and Ojijan Kamando to Shapi, Shemi Mei, who's a Trapana. Me hong zu re gyur te zong zhi ten an zha bu de sha qiu lang la gu tim qiu pa ma jia bo la su wan de jin pa ma zhong ni la su wan de hong mo ni dang de qian du zhe de lan zhu zi dang pa ma zi la zu wu rang qiong jiu ten zhong du yu bi ce ma mong kan zhuo ju jiong gu ji gu Guru nye ma oze la surwa de orjin pa ma joni la surwa de lo shu ja kare yo to shirbi te kan ro dun der ma yi jin yi la mo te ton ba nga ki to ba do nga nga do bo ma to to ki da ba sang ge da to la surwa de orjin pa ma joni la surwa de Wa yu yang le ko chi to pu to yang to de chen nya po tu pi che wa che ko na mo do je pur wi dal che ja chen bu mu tu ni te to do je to an ta za la so wa de o je pa ma jo ni la so wa de xiang chu ja ru ton la xiong bi che bo chen ho je tam che tam la ta Samima sur jaru gomba tu boyur tam che chuji kawaran zat chugu pama joni la so ande orjil pama joni la so ande Sayin che bu chongma ke zang tu du chen ka je sang a chen kur tu li chen ja bo chen pa mung ran ta sang ang ji wu ta pa ji paran zat Kwaten sam li di la so wan de o jin pa ma jo ni la so wan de ta sang sang ge san tu ge zang tu du pi mo te de tang tang che du Li chen gang zhe nam la te xin ne bi ma hong yin mi sem chen tu ji zi do jie zhuo le za la so wan de o jin pa ma jo ni la so wan de Woki kan chen jula tu kan za tu bu chen bo jala yung wen za shuji tu la tu ku jab ji jo tu pin to chen jula chir ji jo do tu tu jong za la surwa de jin pa ma jong ni la surwa de lo jong mong ki tu la ku ji jo ku tu te nga woki tong la jo Sanji tamba daru gi paranda wochi la chi doa yung ji huat tu ji cha par chan la su wan de jil pa ma byung ni la su wan de Sonam nga ya long chun hua ri zi ring zun kan ru ma bu jia bong za kha za chun bo tam che tam la tao bo lang jin che me par tu ji zi Chen chen tu vi ku la sur wan de jin pa ma byung ni la sur wan de na gia ta ma wo ki sem chen la ling na wa ke dung ai chen che me Kyo ke nam tar ta nyang sur de na da tang ro tu sem chen tam che la tu ji zi la kin ji la tu sur ma hong ban zang go ro pa ma sa de hong
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Rime Center virtual Sunday service. I'm Daniel, and I'll be leading today. I hope nobody went to the Rime Center thinking we were going to be there, because it seems dangerous outside. If you've never joined virtually before, I would advise going into the chat and finding the service, because the service is in there as a PDF. So you can go in and grab it. It'll make it way easier to follow along if you don't have one at home, and I know most people don't. Take a moment and just find your comfortable position. And we'll just sit in silence for a minute while we kind of get ready to move into the practice. And if this is your first time joining us at the Rime Center, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you will consider looking at the Rime Center as a spiritual home if that's something you're looking for. So if this is your first time joining us, thank you for joining us. Refuge vows. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightenment is reached. May my generosity and accumulations of merit bring benefit to all beings, and may all beings actualize perfect Buddhahood. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightenment is reached. May my generosity and accumulations of merit bring benefit to all beings, and may all beings actualize perfect Buddhahood. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightenment is reached. May my generosity and accumulations of merit bring benefit to all beings, and may all beings actualize perfect Buddhahood. 4 immeasurables. May all beings be endowed with happiness. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings never be separated from happiness, and may all beings abide in equanimity, undisturbed by the 8 worldly concerns. May all beings be endowed with happiness. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings never be separated from happiness, and may all beings abide in equanimity, undisturbed by the 8 worldly concerns. May all beings be endowed with happiness. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings never be separated from happiness, and may all beings abide in equanimity, undisturbed by the 8 worldly concerns. For as long as space endures, and for as long as living beings remain, until then may we too abide to dispel the misery of the world. 7-limbed prayer. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and mentally transformed. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merits of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate the merit created by myself and others to the Great Enlightenment. Mandala offering. This ground, anointed with perfume, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this is a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, strangers, my body, wealth, and enjoyments. Without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the three poisons. Idam Guru Ratnam Indalakam Niyatayami. Now, for this first guided meditation, we're going to do Tonglen practice for all of the guided meditations today. For this first one, I want you to sit up as straight as you can and gently close your eyes. And take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to bring to mind someone that you care for deeply. Now, I recommend someone you have an uncomplicated love for. So maybe not your spouse, but like a child or a beloved pet or a grandparent, someone you have uncomplicated love for. That's what I suggest. If you want to think about your spouse, you can. But bring to mind this individual that you care about deeply. And imagine the suffering of this person embodied as a black light. Imagine all their negativity, all their suffering, all their confusion embodied as a form of black light. And imagine breathing in this black light on the in-breath through the nose and breathing it deeply into your heart. And we'll set an intention now and say, through this, may they be free of negativity and suffering. And we're going to imagine that we're able to transform this suffering and negativity into positivity and love. So we're going to imagine breathing in a black light and breathing out a white light that shimmers like the moon, okay? And we're going to set an intention here too and say, through this, may they have temporary and ultimate happiness. So on your in-breath, imagine you're breathing in this black light of suffering. And on your out-breath, white light of love and positivity. In black light, suffering, out, white light, positivity and love. And we'll sit and do this for a few minutes. Just visualizing taking on the suffering of someone that we care deeply about. Supplication to Buddha. To the Blessed One, the One gone beyond, the fully awakened One, the great physician, the supreme teacher, you came to this earth and through your own efforts, you obtained the awakened state, overcoming all suffering and distress. Through your great compassion, you showed us the path to liberation. You taught us the merit of compassion, wisdom, and equanimity. To you, the glorious teacher, I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Blessed One. Through the merits of these thoughts, words, and actions, may we dedicate this for the benefit of all sentient beings. And like you, O Blessed One, may we and every being attain your supreme awakened state, free from the ocean of suffering. Lord of the Dharma, I prostrate to your omniscient being. I am told that music is not being heard by a comment on the live stream. So instead, I'm going to chant a couple of the mantras out loud and then go into silence until the end. And I invite you to either chant out loud or to just listen. Om Mune Mune Mahamuni Soha. 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 Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Ye Soha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Ye Soha. Supplication to Manjushri. Om, homage to Manjushri, deity whose diamond speech cuts off all suffering, whose clear mind is the embodiment of insight wisdom. Manjushri, protector, free from evil and karmic stains. Your form is vast as the sky. Your mind dwells in the one taste of suchness. Lord of wisdom, I prostrate to your omniscient being. Supplication to Maitreya. Om, Lord Maitreya, benevolent one, golden son of the primordial, emperor of the northern paradise. Around you the stars and spheres course and turn. Within the span of your breath, countless worlds rise and fall. Deity of innumerable names, called or uncalled, you are always present. May the pure heaven of Tushita always arise before us. Supplication to Palden Lama. Soul Mother, Lady victorious over the three worlds, please pay attention here and now. You overpower the whole apparent world, samsara and nirvana, by heroically guarding the Dharma and Dharma holders with the four types of actions flashing like lightning. You soar up openly like the full moon in the midst of a garland of powerful Dharma protectors. Powerful Dakini protector, I prostrate to your omniscient being. For this second guided meditation, we're going to do Tonglen practice again. And I want you to sit up straight and gently close your eyes. And bring to mind someone for whom you have neutral feelings, someone you don't think about that much. A friend of a friend, or a coworker you hardly know, or the mailman, someone like that, someone you hardly know that exists in your life that you don't have particular feelings toward. Take a moment to bring this kind of person, what we call the neutral person, into your mind. And imagine them sitting in front of you. And visualize their negativity, their suffering, and their confusion, which all beings have, as a black light radiating off them. A black light, okay? Their negativity, suffering, confusion as a black light. And imagine with each inhale, you are breathing in this black light through your nose and breathing it down into your heart. And we'll set our intention again and say, mentally, through this, may they be free of all negativity and suffering forever. And we're going to imagine that our body transforms this black light and breathes it out as a clear white light that represents positivity and love. And we'll set our intention again and say, through this, may they have temporary and ultimate happiness. Okay, so we'll sit for a few minutes. Just imagine you're breathing in that black light and breathing out, transforming it with your body and breathing out that white light. Lojong Lineage Prayer. For the sake of all beings to attain enlightenment, I turn to the source of the ultimate mind training. To the perfect Buddha Shakyamuni, who taught the profound path of the two truths, I pray, let the sun of your wisdom dawn in my heart. To the lords of the Dharma, Nagarjuna and Sangha, and to the great-hearted Shantideva, who mapped the vast path of the Bodhisattva, I pray, ignite the flame of bodhicitta in me. To the lineage holders of the Lojong instructions who realize the view, perfected compassion, and champion the practice of exchanging self and other, I pray, shatter the fortress of self-cherishing within me. To Sir Lingpa, Atisha, and Chikawa, to Tokme Zangpo, who lived what he taught, all who blended sutra into essence, I pray, may your realization awaken in me. To my kind root Lama, the embodiment of all refuges, from whom the living stream of the lineage flows, I pray, let your mind and mine become indivisible. Heart Essence for Awakening and Lojong Prayer. Having received the blessings of the lineage, resting in the heart of indivisible mind, I turn these blessings into the path, applying the essence of mind training for the awakening of all beings. With these blessings, I will train in the preliminaries, remembering this life, precious and fleeting, change, cause and effect, suffering born of cherishing self. From these reflections, renunciation arises, and the determination to practice is born. In every moment, I see all things as dreamlike, resting in awareness unfabricated and clear. I free even the antidote in its own place, breathing in the suffering of beings. I breathe out joy and ease for all. Continued. When difficulty weighs heavily on the world, seeing the root, clinging to self, thus every challenge becomes the path. I take all blame into one heart and let emptiness shine through pain. My whole life gathers into the essence of practice. I apply the 5 strengths without decline. Aspiration and familiarization, wholesome seeds and restraint, revulsion toward harm and diligence and virtue, gathering merit, clearing obscurations. All my conduct flows from awakened intention. All teachings serve a single goal, liberation. I rely on the principal witness, my own clear and knowing mind. Joy dwelling within confirms the training. Impartial and free from display, I keep my word. My attitudes change without strain. I do not speak of injury or dwell on faults. Releasing rivalry and expectation, I practice patience and boundless kindness. In short, with these blessings, all I do arises from one pure intention, to bring benefit to all beings. Patience and courage are my refuge. I train unceasingly in the 3 difficulties. Gathering trust and practice as provisions, I remain in virtue of body, speech, and mind. With all pervasive care, I serve all beings, seeking in this very life the realization of the supreme vehicle. To the merit of this mind training, the heart essence of Atisha and his heirs, sustained by the blessings of the lineage, may confusion be exhausted at its root, and may all beings attain perfect awakening. Vajrasattva Mantra. Om Benzar Sato Samaya Manu Palaya Benzar Sato Dino Patri Chadre Do Me Bawa Sutokayo Me Bawa Supokayo Me Bawa Anorecto Me Bawa Sarwasidi Me Bayatsa Sarwa Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bagawan Sarwata Tagata Benzar Mame Munza Binsi Bawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Fed Om Benzar Sato Samaya Meno Palaya Benzar Sato Dino Patri Tradre Do Me Bawa Sutokayo Me Bawa Supokayo Me Bawa Anorakto Me Bawa Sarwasidi Me Bayatsa Sarwa Karma Sutsame Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bagawan Sarwata Tagata Benzar Mame Munza Benzi Bawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Fed Om Benzar Sato Samaya Meno Palaya Benzar Sato Dino Patri Tradre Do Me Bawa Sutokayo Me Bawa Supokayo Me Bawa Anorecto Me Bawa Sarwasidi Me Bayatsa Sarwa Karma Sitsame Sitam Shriyam Karuhum Ha 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 Ho Bagawan Sarwata Tagata Dharma Me Munza Benzi Bawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahum Tet. Short Vajrasattva mantra. And again, I'm going to chant out loud the first few, and then I'm going to switch to silent, and you can do this whatever way you like. Om Vajrasattva Hum, 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 Om Vajrasattva Hum. Om Vajrasattva Hum, 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 Om Vajrasattva Hum. Now, for this final meditation, we're going to do Tonglen practice again. And I want you to this time close your eyes, sit up straight, and imagine you are sitting in front of yourself. Imagine you are sitting in front of yourself. And now, visualize that the negativity, obscurations, and suffering of yourself are emanating in the form of a black light. And visualize breathing in this black light through the nose and imagine it going down into your heart. And we'll imagine doing the intention setting again. So say, through this, may I be free of all negativity and suffering forever. And then we're going to imagine that our body transforms this black light into love and positivity, into a white light that is love and positivity. And we're going to set the intention again. Through this, may I now have temporary and ultimate happiness. May I now have temporary and ultimate happiness. So we're going to spend a few minutes. Just imagine you're breathing in your own suffering, in your confusion, and your negativity as a black light. And you're breathing it out as a love and positivity. You're transforming it with your body into love and positivity, into a white light.
Absolutely not. What you do with that? So you feel slowly. I would never. Be honest. Yeah, how dare I be honest, guys? I will never be honest. Well, well, Jack, I have a rule. You're not it. Start again. Everyone knew that you're not it. And I'm always honest. Always honest. Okay, anyways, what you want from me? I'll answer. Okay, my position in life. Oh, yeah, clear. I need to think of this slowly. Now, enough, dude. There's no servers right now, but no position in life. This is an amazing gameplay, guys. Bro. Why would I do it? Well, we need two people. Like, mean, I accept it. Yeah, that was what I was. Highest number we've ever counted. Did you actually? My Jesus. Let me leave. I am. My position in minus one. Get a second. Trust. Absolutely. No, I was still waiting. It was one person.
All right. So I've been sent some announcements. So I'm going to read the announcements now and then go from there. Okay. So I want to offer a warm welcome to you all. And if this is your first visit, it's great to meet you. Whether you're exploring the Dharma or looking for a spiritual home, we hope that you can consider the Rime Center as part of your journey. A special green Tara Tonka will be raffled at the end of the Sunday service next week, February 1st. Raffle tickets will be $20 each, and you must be present to win. So if you want a special green Tara Tonka, you should come to the Sunday service next week and put some money in the raffle. Also, join us next Sunday for Sutra study, February 1st at 12:30 p.m., right after the Sunday service. We're still studying the Vimalakirti Sutra. We're studying chapter 2. If you missed it when we studied chapter 1, that's not a big deal at all. Each chapter is kind of an independent teaching. So in this chapter, Vimalakirti, the main character, is introduced as a fully realized bodhisattva appearing as a layperson. And so that's a lesson for us as we're lay people on the path as well. This character, Vimalakirti, is sort of an example we can try to live up to. And in this text, he uses his illness as skillful means to draw beings into the Dharma, demonstrating that awakening is not confined to monastic life or conventional roles. So that's kind of cool. It can help us like think about enlightenment in a different way. And additionally, February 7th, there will be a half-day Zen retreat at the Rime Center from 9 a.m. to noon. And you can experience Zazen, Kinhin, chanting, and Samu following the practice taught by Karen Mason Miller. Brief instruction will be provided at the start. So this is perfect for all levels to deepen your practice if you want to come for a half-day retreat. It's only 9 a.m. to noon, February 7th. For 30 years, the Rime Buddhist Center has been a Kansas City sanctuary, offering compassion, wisdom, and community. To meet growing needs and ensure the Dharma continues, we are launching a $30,000 fundraising effort for our 2026 building fund. Every offering supports the next chapter of our shared home. If the Rime Center has touched your life or inspired you to practice, we invite you to join us in building the next chapter of our shared home. Whew. Okay, we got through announcements. That's great, right? So today, the topic of my Dharma talk is karma. Karma. And I want to let you know, first of all, there's links in the chat for all the classes and events. So go look in the chat for all the classes and events if you want. Okay. So today the topic of my Dharma talk is karma, causes and results. Okay. And this is a concept that sometimes when people start studying Buddhism, they can easily get confused or wrestle with it. So I'm going to start by reading to you what Kentrel Lodro Te, I call him KLT, what KLT says in The Power of Mind about karma. Okay. He says, and I quote, "When we use the Sanskrit term karma, which literally translates to action, what do we mean? An action is a cause that produces a result. Karmic results are not the immediate effects of an action in the moment. Instead, they are results that ripen when the action's habitual imprint in our consciousness becomes our future experience." So, the first thing I want to point out is things don't happen for no reason. Things happen as a result of causes and conditions coming together. And sometimes in life we think things just happen, and nothing ever just happens. There are causes and conditions that come together for everything. And I want to read to you another quote from another book. I swear I'm not going to read just quotes this whole time, but in The New Saints by Lama Rod Owens, he says something about karma that really resonates with me. He says, and I quote, "Almost no one understands karma. I often find myself grasping at straws. It's easy to reduce the workings of karma down to a fatalistic notion that doing bad things means bad things will happen to you, and doing good things means good things will happen to you. I see this view expressed in pop culture. However, karma is more complex than a simple equation. It has everything to do with balance and what is conducive to liberation." So, we are taught in some of the teachings that if you do these unvirtuous things, you're going to have an unfavorable rebirth. And if you do these good things, you're going to have a positive rebirth. And I think that is true, but I also think we can get caught up thinking of it as like a scorecard, thinking of it as like leveling up or getting experience points. If you're of a certain age like me and you know role-playing games, getting experience points and leveling up. That's not, I think, a very instructive way to think about it. And even, I want to share with you one more quote from one more book, sorry. Nagarjuna in The Precious Garland, which this is the version I have. And this is a spiritual sequel to Nagarjuna's letter to a friend, which we studied in Introduction to Mahayana at the Rime Center. That text is a letter Nagarjuna wrote to a king with some Buddhist teachings in it. And this text is a letter Nagarjuna wrote to a different king. Okay. Nagarjuna is often considered like almost a second Buddha. And if you see an image where it looks kind of like the Buddha, but he's kind of covered in snakes, that's often Nagarjuna. And he just gives it to us really straight about karma in this Precious Garland. He says, and I quote, "Due to killing, one is born with a short lifespan. Due to violence, one encounters much torment. Due to stealing, one becomes impoverished. Due to adultery, one has enemies. By lying, one becomes reviled. Through speaking divisively, one loses friends. Due to speaking harshly, one hears unpleasant sounds. For engaging in idle talk, one's words will be disregarded. Covetousness destroys one's desired objects. Malice is said to bestow fear. Wrong views lead to evil worldviews. Consuming intoxicants brings mental confusion. So, and this is called Practical Ethics and Profound Emptiness, a commentary on Nagarjuna's Precious Garland. Okay. And it's heavy, but good. So, that first one is direct. He says, if you're a killer, you're going to be born with a shorter life. Sometimes the teachings are like that. Sometimes the teachings say, if you do this, if you're stingy and greedy, you're going to be born poor. If you're a killer, you're going to be born with a short life. If you're rude, you're going to be born in a way where people are rude to you all the time, right? And we can think of karma that way. But at the same time, sometimes the teachings caution us against practicing with the intention of getting a favorable rebirth. So we are not doing good and refraining from evil because it generates good karma. At least that's my perspective, is we're not doing good and refraining from evil because it generates positive karma. We're doing these things because that's what bodhisattvas do. We're doing good works because that's what bodhisattvas do, not because it brings us merits and benefits. Okay? And also, like, of course, we know some of these are real good advice about this life, right? Through speaking divisively, one loses friends. Well, I know that's true. Covetousness destroys one's desired objects. Malice is said to bestow fear, right? These are things that, like, obviously, if we have if you gossip all the time, people don't trust you, right? We are held in a worldly way. We're held accountable for our actions sometimes. And I don't know about you, I've had the experience where I'm making a bad decision and I know it's a bad decision and the negative results in my life here and now are predictable, but I do it anyway. I've had that experience, and I think that's one of the things my mindfulness practice has brought me, is the knowledge when I'm making a mistake, but sometimes not the determination to avoid the mistake. And I hope that's relatable. But, and then it's like, oh, look, the consequences of my own actions are here, right? I feel so troubled by the consequences of my own actions. That happens. And we can't lie to ourselves. My feeling is, on this path, we can't lie to ourselves as sincerely as we did in the past. So I can't tell myself, oh, I didn't know that was a bad choice. I did. Okay, I did. So I'm going to read to you one more quote from KLT, The Power of Mind. And this is what I really am interested in talking more about. Okay. He says, and I quote, "If we understand every action to be a cause that produces a result, there is no action that is too small. Every act should be considered a decision, and we should be conscientious as we decide whether to engage in an action or refrain from it. Never underestimate an action or disregard it because it seems insignificant. No action goes unaccounted for." End quote. I love that. We can see the world as if everything we do matters. We can see the world as if some things we do matter, or we can see the world as if nothing we do matters. I agree with KLT. I think everything we do matters. And we kind of don't feel that way a lot of the time, I'm reminded of a week or so ago, I saw someone post on social media that rallies and protests don't do anything. And when I saw this post on social media, it happened to be Martin Luther King Day. So I responded. I try not to get in arguments on social media. I just responded with that famous picture of Dr. King at the Washington Monument. at the Lincoln Memorial across from the Washington Monument, because that is a case of rallies making a difference, marches making a difference, right? And times are tough right now. A lot of people are suffering, a lot of people are worried and feeling like they're powerless, right? A lot of people feel powerless. A lot of people are really worried about current events. And I think we can do something, though. There are little things we can do, and every action matters. Every action matters. So while we can't do everything, we can do something, okay? We can donate our time. We can help with various charity projects. We can even write letters. We can do things, and every little bit matters. No positive action is wasted, okay? And that's really the message I wanted to bring today. No positive action is wasted. Every action matters. Positive actions generate good karma. And even refraining from negative actions avoids bad karma. So when it feels like there's nothing we can do, when it feels like things are going wrong and we're powerless, we can at least make our little corner of the world better by, at bare minimum, trying not to harm the people around us. That's the bare minimum. And hopefully we can help some people along the way. And so that's what I wanted to say about that. But I'm going to read you a story also. And this is a story about making a difference. Okay? Making a difference when it seems like you can't make a difference. This is a story that our co-founder, Lama Chuck, once a year at least, he would tell this story in a Dharma talk, and everybody liked it. So I'm going to read it to you. This is called the Starfish Story. And I've shared this in a Dharma talk before, but I didn't actually get the text. I just paraphrased it. I have the actual text of the Starfish Story, and I'm going to read it to you. And it's by someone named Lauren Isley. Here's the Starfish Story. One day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking up and gently throwing things into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "Young man, what are you doing?" The boy replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." The man laughed to himself and he said, "Do you realize there are miles and miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You cannot make any difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the surf. Then, smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference to that one. I made a difference to that one." No action is wasted. No positive action is wasted. And we can make a difference to that starfish. We can. All right? So thank you for taking the time to listen to me. And I love you all. Long life supplication for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrizi Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Flower of faith and praise of Lama Chuck and Mary. Lama of great compassion with kindness to all, you firmly established the Rime tradition through skillful means and wisdom. Mary Tenzin Dawa is the embodiment of all the Dakinis. With the sun of wisdom and the moon of compassion, you bring love and joy to everyone you meet. Inspired by your example, I vow to cultivate compassion and wisdom from this moment forward and in all my future lives. I will strive to embody the Buddha's teachings in every thought, word, and deed. Dedication of merit. By this merit, may all obtain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. By this merit, may all obtain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. By this merit, may all obtain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. Aspiration prayers. Bodhicitta is precious. May it arise for whom it has not arisen. Once arisen, may it not diminish, but ever grow and flourish. All difficulties without exception being pacified with harmonious situations like the treasure of the sky. May the teachings and practice of the Rime tradition live long and shine brightly. Thank you, everybody. Try to stay warm and have a good day. And again, I want to encourage you to come to Sutra Study next Sunday at 12:30 at the Rime Sangha House. Sutra Study is my favorite thing I do at the Rime Center. And I co-lead that with Lama Matt, and you should come. Have a good day, everybody. Signing off.